Hey everybody, welcome back to the next episode of Everything Like That.
The place where we're going to talk about everything.
But for today, it's a fist your bum thing? You can't tell we're talking about Project Hail Mary. Brayden finally saw it, so we're going to be talking about Project Hail Mary. He watched Invincible Season 2.
I've been busy.
And he's also got his final couple games in volleyball.
Yeah.
Coming up. Go ahead, touch on that. What's been going on with you? I haven't seen you in like a week and a half.
Yeah. So basically right now in my web design class, I'm designing an app.
Okay.
So I'm doing basically a lifting app for people at home. So basically you throw whatever you want in there that you have. If you have dumbbells or like ropes or whatever, you throw it in there. I'm making an AI chatbot to make workouts for you.
Oh.
Based off of that.
Based off of what you have in your house. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah. So I'm making that right now.
Okay.
I just finished the homepage. I have to make like 7 more pages for tomorrow. Should be fine, but there's like a bunch of different ways that I can easily do it. So it's been a lot of fun, and then I'm doing like diet tracking and like a bunch of
other stuff. And this is all in the app?
In the app, yeah. So I basically wanted to make a free version so people don't have a reason not to work out.
Yeah, right.
If they want to, they can. Even if it's 20 minutes.
Right.
Just get it done, you know?
Dude, that's kind of sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah. What about you?
I got my final coming up to graduate. I got my capstone.
Okay.
We're working on that, and we're doing like an entire giant project as a class.
Okay.
In order to present our projects. Mm-hmm. So like the table we're presenting, we're designing the table, and we're taking the Noli map, which is like a map inside of Rome. Like that's the original map that Rome was designed off of. Mm-hmm. We are creating that in the center of a table out of wood, and we're gonna like carve in the Noli map, which if you've seen the Noli map, it's a lot of work. Yeah. So we've been doing that, running through, just getting everything with the podcast going. I've got some own solo stuff that I just did today. I was filming before you got here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, a lot of work lately. I know that you started. What do you want to start? I mean, we got a lot to talk about today.
Oh yeah, we do.
Are you wanting to start with a little Invincible? Do you want to go to Project Hail Mary? I mean, what do you want to touch on first?
Let's talk Project Hail Mary.
Okay, so I saw it.
You did.
You saw it.
I saw it.
I don't remember. Did I review it already? I gave a spoiler-free review?
Yeah, because I didn't see it before you were talking about it.
Okay, so you want to rate it on count of 3?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 9.
9.5.
9.5?
I only have one problem with it.
Okay, what's your problem?
The ending.
What's wrong with the ending?
I didn't like how... Look, I don't care if he stays there or not.
Okay.
Like, I'm okay with either.
Okay.
The fact that he was just like, like, can I think about it?
Right.
That kind of threw me off. Especially because I'm not expecting a sequel, mm-hmm. even though there's already talks of a sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that kind of threw me off. And I haven't read the book.
Right.
But I've heard in the book that it says something about you see our sun get brighter so you know Earth is okay.
Yeah.
We don't get that reassurance in the movie,
mm-hmm.
which kind of also was just like, okay, so like what's going on in Earth? We see that she got the messages and everything's good, but we don't see them actually solve the problem.
Right.
So that's my only problem with it. So I'm at like a 9.5, but I really love this movie.
Oh, wow. So I have problems with it.
Oh, I have more problems?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I think the plot is messy. Like, I don't think we needed to know about him, like, not knowing that he's supposed to be there or being forced to go there mm-hmm. way before we find that out. It doesn't make it compelling of why this guy was there.
Okay.
And, like, then you see him not wanting to go, but like it's already so late in the movie that we don't really care anymore.
Okay.
Because he's already there. So I think that reveal needs to happen earlier in the movie. Yeah. And it happens later in the book as well. It's just we don't understand why he's there, why the other science didn't go until the very end. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, spoilers. Major spoilers.
Yeah.
But like we don't see any of that. Mm-hmm. It seems to me, who is smarter, Rocky or Ryan Gosling?
It seems like Rocky.
Rocky, right?
Grace.
Grace, thank you.
You're welcome.
So explain to me why Grace is teaching them at the end of the movie. Shouldn't they be teaching him?
Well, they're kids.
I'm aware of that, but like their race just seems so much more intelligent that like, why is this human teaching them?
Well, I think Rocky is giving him a home.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of a more heartwarming ending that they're looking for rather than anything else.
Okay, that makes sense.
I understand what you're talking about, but they're living for so much longer. I'm guessing those rocks are probably, I hope, in college.
Right.
But we really don't know.
Okay. Why did he send the stuff back to Earth?
Why?
Why does he care? Like, why does he care about that?
I was wondering that too. Because I was like, why didn't he go home? But we learn in the movie, he has no family, no friends.
And he hates the people that sent him there.
Yeah. So I'm really wondering why he did what he did. But it is the moral thing to do. And that's what he got sent there to do.
Right.
And it would definitely be something, especially on my chest, if I just had a bunch of people die just because I didn't send probes back.
Right, and I get that. I get that.
But
now I'm going to nitpick
all of them.
I'm going to nitpick a little bit.
Okay.
Why is he the only one that lived?
We don't know that either.
I don't like that.
That kind of messed with me too. I'm like,
I'm nitpicking.
All right, they're deceased. Like, but why? We have no idea why.
Like, why is our heir hurtful to Rocky?
That's just a different species.
I know, and I know I'm nitpicking here, like I am, but like these are things that weren't explained in the movie that I like. Even if like I don't really think it needed an explanation, but I think this movie needed to give more explanations than it gave.
Okay.
And that's my biggest issue with the movie is I just don't think it explained everything that it needed to, while also going on for too long without telling us things, and then telling us certain things for too long. Like I just think this movie had scenes for too long.
Yeah, that was another thing that I had with it, but I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Right,
is that it was long, but I was like, did you see that there's like an hour and a half of the movie that wasn't released?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they cut like an hour and a half. People were like, release this. Personally, I don't want it.
No, it's too much. It was too much already.
It would lower it.
Right.
Like, it might answer a lot of the questions that we got, but I feel like it would lower my rating just because of how long it would be.
Right.
Because it was already, 2.5 hours? Like, at least? Like,
now,
adding 4 hours to that? I don't need that.
Right. Another thing that I did not come up with, but I was told when I was talking to someone about this, they said, I don't like how easy it was for Rocky to understand things. Because he was like, pen, this is pen. And Rocky's like, pen. But Rocky doesn't know what a pen is.
Yeah.
But yet, it seemed like he did. But how?
Yeah.
So, like, I thought that there were just things in this movie that were too easy. So I was at a 9 when I walked out. I think I actually reviewed it as like an 8 on Letterboxd.
Okay.
Now I do still want to give it its flowers because I think the movie's great. I think it really struggles from being overhyped.
Ooh, okay.
Like this movie came out with so much pressure.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if it could live up to the expectation that was set on it.
That's hard because I am a really big fan of this movie. I think it's definitely the biggest movie of this year so far.
For sure, yeah.
But I've seen people online comparing it to Inception. Mm-hmm. I don't think it should be.
It's not. It's not Interstellar. It's not Inception.
Unfortunately, like, I would love to put it into comparison.
Right.
But it's just not. Is it a good movie for our time? Was it a beautiful movie? Yes.
Yeah.
Not using a green screen in that movie? Awesome. I needed that. But comparing it to these top-notch movies, I don't think so.
There's just a weight class.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain weight class, and maybe, and I'm just gonna say this, maybe it's a director class. Now, do you think this was an Oscar-worthy performance from Ryan Gosling?
You know, originally I said no.
Okay.
The reason why I might see it, but I'm still towards no, is he did it with almost no one else in the movie.
Right.
He did it with a puppet.
Yep. The entire movie.
Like, that is so hard to do as an actor, and apparently a lot of it was improv. That is hard to do on an actor, and a lot he had an earpiece just so someone was talking to him.
Right.
And sometimes they just played music, and he had to go improv off of that. I love that for an actor. I don't know if it's Oscar.
I don't think it's Oscar.
I don't know.
I mean, I walked out of Sinners last year.
Yeah.
And looked and said, that's an Oscar. I was like, that is immediately an Oscar. And just, the other isn't. Like Project Hail Mary is a phenomenal movie, and it's something that we really needed.
Yeah.
And but did it not just kind of symbolize the cruelty of humanity? Like, is that not a huge theme in this movie?
Yeah.
Like, I don't love that mission statement, and I feel that's a big part.
What do you mean, cruelty of humanity? Where do we see that?
With them sending him, them not caring. They don't care what he has to do. They're willing to do whatever, and I get you have to have people like that. But that's cruel. Like, you didn't have a plan B? You didn't have a backup team?
I mean, what do you want to do? If he's the only one that they could find, they have to send him.
I agree with you 100%. But, like, I think there should have been maybe a little better planning. Like,
Definitely.
Don't just have one scientist, one engineer, and one pilot.
Then, what was it? One of them blew up?
Two of them did.
Two of them blew
or
up.
no, I'm sorry. The scientist blew up. And then two other people died on the spaceship there.
Okay.
It seemed illogical.
One thing that I will say that I actually like about the movie is us figuring out why he got sent there when he got his memories back. He was trying to figure out who he was as a person after his coma. And he didn't realize why he was there. He even wrote on there who am I?
Where am I? All these things.
All these things. He was trying to figure out who he was as a person, and we figure out who he was through these flashbacks, and we get to see this whole story on oh shit, he got sent here, even though he didn't want to get sent here, but he had, in their eyes, he had nothing to lose.
Right.
They wanted to send someone that had nothing to lose, and he was the perfect guy for the job.
Yeah.
But, again, I disagree with them sending them against his will. But again, they would have all died if he didn't send that back. And something I didn't even realize in the movie was all the probes were beetles. I thought that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently the the author of the book is a big fan of the Beatles. That's why they put that in.
Yeah.
I think that was phenomenal.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they named them all after the Beatles. But that's where I argue with you. But I get why, because it did kind of feel like almost just put in there at the end.
Right.
But
I would have loved to see the scene of him getting tackled and the shot going into his arm as the first scene of the movie. I don't want to see them talking about it and saying, I don't have a choice. I just want to see him getting tackled. And then we have this question that we're dealing with the whole movie as an audience. Why did he get tackled? What happened?
Okay.
And then you learn, so that you actually are told in the beginning, he was sent there without his will, but you don't know that yet.
Yeah. Instead, they give us a different question on why he's in space to begin with. So I think you just want a different question.
Yeah, I do, because I don't think the question was as interesting.
Okay.
And I think the most interesting part was that he was there against his will. So, yeah, I like that review. I think it was a solid movie.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
It's not Interstellar. It's not we can't compare it to these things that it's just not in the same weight class as.
Yeah.
That was a really easy review. we want to jump to Invincible. Oh, well, let us know how you guys feel.
Yes.
And now let's jump. Invincible Season 2. I have not seen this since, 2 years ago, I think.
Oh, really?
I think that's when I saw it when it came out.
Okay.
So, go ahead, tell me what you think. How do you feel on Invincible Season 2 out of 10?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 8? Yeah, I think I remember giving it an 8.
I was not disappointed, but it was kind of out of the picture for me. I did not think it was going in this direction.
Okay.
Just by almost ditching the story.
Right.
Omni-Man flies off into space at the end of season 1. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
He'll come back. We see Invincible struggle. We see Mark struggle. Mm-hmm. We finally see Amber and him break up. Holy shit. I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Yeah.
I did not like them together. I hope him and Eve get together.
Okay.
I need them to get together.
Okay.
But, anyways, I thought it was very interesting how they put Omni-Man back in the story.
Right.
I think it was a big surprise him having another family.
Okay, yeah.
I do love how Mark takes his brother in.
Okay. Good old Oliver.
Yeah, good old Oliver.
Now, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to talk after I ask, so I want you to think about it for a second.
Cool.
I do want your top 3 characters for Invincible throughout the 2 seasons. The one thing that I think is Season 2, a lot of people dog on because of the plot. But actually, Season 2 of Invincible is one of my favorite seasons of Invincible.
Really?
It's not my favorite. It is not my favorite, but it does things that I think are very interesting as an animation. Because the animation in Invincible is not top tier. It's actually lower to bottom tier. And a lot of the times there are really big flaws in Invincible. There are when it comes to animation. But there are certain scenes that I want to touch on. The one specific one that I want to touch on is when the comic book writer is talking. Mm-hmm. And he's like, sometimes in animated shows, we actually just pan to a giant audience and have a voiceover so that it saves on production costs. Like, I think that's such a good joke.
I love that scene.
And I'm like, that's perfect.
That was awesome.
And it's like showing all these different things that you can do in order to make animation cheaper. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought that was super interesting. I really liked the story of them going to college. I think the storylines in this, they're in college now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The storylines in this are phenomenal. I actually think the best side plot happens in season 2 from the whole show so far, depending on what we're classifying as side plots. But the side plot with William, what's his name? It's not Langstrom. It's the guy, and William is dating him, and then there's, oh my god, Sinclair. I got it. Yep, Sinclair.
Okay, yeah.
When Sinclair goes and is like doing those things to those people.
Yeah.
Now, do you learn about Cecil's backstory in 2?
Cecil's backstory? No.
Okay, so we don't. Okay, so that's next season. Okay. But like. What do we know about Sinclair so far? What do you know?
I know that he got put together as a robot.
Right.
He almost committed suicide.
Yep. Is he working for anybody right now? No. Okay.
No.
But like Sinclair is a great plot point. It's a side character, and I love the decisions they make later with that character. And kind of how they tie all of that in.
Okay.
And I think that season 2 just really, really enhances that. So now, what is your top 3 characters?
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm putting Alan at 1.
Alan.
Holy shit. This is literally my favorite character. He showed up twice in season 1. And he was already my favorite character.
Right.
And he's still at 1. He had his whole plot basically in this movie getting almost ripped apart. I think I even told you At one point, I was
You
like,
texted me. You called me.
if
or something,
Alan
yeah.
dies,
I'm done.
I'm done. I'm not watching it.
You said that. Yeah, you called me. You like straight up called me and were like, if Alan dies, I am done.
Because I saw him get ripped to shreds.
Right.
I was just like, okay, he's not dead.
Right.
They would have showed it.
Right.
Then he went in that little, like, nursing home or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He went in that box. The guy literally unplugged it. I was like,
did you think he was bad?
yeah. I thought he was bad.
I'm still confused on that guy.
I don't know. Because he's a
Viltrumite.
Viltrumite. Thank you.
He's not a Unopin. That's
No,
Alan.
he's a Viltrumite.
Yeah.
So I was just like, he has to be bad.
Right.
But he's saying that he's against their like religion or whatever.
Right.
And he wants to help him, and he was just like, you're either going to grow stronger or die.
Right.
And he's fucking jacked.
So and that only continues.
Oh yeah, and I just fucking love Alan.
Okay.
And he was just like, when he was fighting with that other one,
the other Viltrumite. Oh yeah.
He gets punched by her. He's just like, man, that would have hurt. And I was just like, this is about to be badass.
Sick.
And then he does one punch and she's bleeding. I'm just like, this is what I needed.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, did you see there was a Viltrumite fight in this one, right?
Yeah.
There is, and it's with a girl Viltrumite, and I know her name. It's Nina.
Yeah.
Nina, is that her name?
I think it's Nina.
Okay, Nina.
Oh my god.
Mark looking at Cecil and just being like, no. Like, I was so honed in, but I do want to talk about something.
Okay.
Are you not sick and... Oh, wait, hold on. We're jumping all around. But, are you not sick and tired of Mark losing?
Yeah.
Are you not over it? Because I was over it by now.
I'm kind of ready for... Because he's been, like, working out. Cecil has him on a workout plan. I'm excited to see where he gets. But, again, they hinted at someone stronger.
Wasn't he supposed to be, like, 400 times stronger, though?
Yeah.
And he still got his... clap?
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know if he's lost any more battles since
okay.
then. Because another Viltrumite hasn't came. But when What's-Her-Face left, she was just like, someone's going to come that's stronger if you're not going to get this world ready for us to get it taken over. So I'm really interested to see this next battle. I think he might just get a shot rocked again. I really don't know.
It's the most uncomfortable I've ever been. The next fight. It's the most uncomfortable I've ever been in a show, period. There is a scene, and it is the most uncomfortable I've ever been.
Okay, because I've been more uncomfortable in The Boys.
No. There's nothing as... No. I know what you're talking about in The Boys. No. There's granted it's animated, so it's not as bad. But there's one scene. I can't wait for you to watch it.
Okay.
Like, it's one of those things where you know everybody in the entire room's asshole is clenched. Like, it's that bad of a scene, and it's that intense of a scene.
Okay.
But that's season 3, so I don't want to get there yet because you haven't seen it.
Right.
Season 2. Back to this. Alan's your 1. Who's 2 and 3?
I love Mark.
Mark's 2?
Mark's 2.
Okay.
Mark's 2. I love his story right now. Yeah, he's getting the shit beat out of him. But I think he's grown as a person from high school to college already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him breaking up with Amber was probably the best decision he's ever made in the movie. I honestly, I just love his character as a whole. And it seems like in every other multiverse, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy from what we've seen. And I'm just like, okay. So we get the one good Mark Grayson. Like, again, we might see more multiverses. And even in this one, apparently he was supposed to turn bad. In the last one, he killed, what's-his-face? The guy with, like, brain dreads. He killed that guy.
That is Langstrom.
Langstrom, thank you. He killed that guy in another dimension.
Yep.
And all the Guardians came, and they're like 20 years older. They said, like, that was 20 years ago. And he was just like, man, I don't know if I would survive this. Like, if I was left here for any longer, I don't know if I'd survive this. And he was just like, well, you did, but you wouldn't like the guy you've became. And I was just like, oh, he definitely, like, ruined some shit.
Right.
So they went back in time and saved him. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, okay, like, so many things could have happened, but we're getting the one Mark that we know and love.
Right.
Fucking love Mark.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
You just mentioned that. Now, they have not said this in the show. This is my guess. Do you think that in every other dimension, that like in most dimensions, Marx is evil, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that's because Omni-Man killed the ones that were good? Do you think that Omni-Man finished the job on the ones that were good?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what I think.
Like, he would either get the shit beat out of him, and like, what's his name? Brain Dreads. We just said his name.
Yeah.
I forget it.
Langstrom. Yeah.
Thank you. Langstrom said we see flashbacks of him, Invincible, killing his family every single time.
Every time.
And he's like, you're a bad guy. He's like, man, all this shit. And your mother joined you too. And all this shit. Like, he was a bad guy in every universe.
Every single one.
And if he wasn't, then he was probably killed. He was probably beat the shit out of him.
He's worse than Omni-Man.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
Wait till season 3. Wait till season 3,
it's
bro.
awesome. But
now, have you started season 3 at all?
I think I'm on episode 2.
Okay.
But
That's fine.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
Oh, yeah.
But I love this show.
Yeah.
I really do.
And the nice part is next week we get you'll be done with season 3, and then the following week you'll be caught up with season 4, and I think that will prepare us to have the final episodes of season 4 coming out with the pod.
Awesome.
Like in time with it. I think that'll be a really good thing.
That would. Because I've been grinding that shit.
Dude, you have been. I mean, every week you've had another episode done.
I love it.
It is good.
Yeah.
And then eventually, we'll probably do, when the whole season's out, later we'll do a Daredevil review. Mm-hmm. But that we're going to focus on what we're enjoying more, which is Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
So, Alan, Mark, and you had to have another.
My side character?
Yeah?
I love Robot.
Love Robot.
I'm still a fan of Robot. I love his plot so far.
Yeah?
I love that his sort of like situationship, almost dating with Monster Girl. Like, it's such like a good story that he came from like so little and built himself up out of literally nothing. Mm-hmm. And I think just his whole story is just phenomenal, really. His
story got a little weird for me.
Really?
Later. There's something that happens, and I'm like, I don't like that choice. I didn't like that choice. Now, I do think, can you give me 2 more? Off the top of your head, do you know of 2 more? Like, for your top 5?
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
I forget her name.
Debbie?
Yes.
Debbie, yep, that's what I needed.
You definitely said that she was your one.
Yep.
She's definitely getting up there for me. Mm-hmm. She was... When we did the Brian ranking, I had her at like 5.
Yeah.
She moved up.
Mm-hmm.
She's a really good character. She's been through a lot. She's still going through a lot. Raising Oliver, her husband's new child with another
person
or bug or whatever. Shit. But all this is happening, and I'm like, how a mom going through all that?
Mm-hmm.
Her hand getting broken, like. All this shit.
Everything she's doing, and she's doing she's making the right decision every step of the way. Debbie is my queen. I want nothing for Debbie other than to be happy. Debbie is she's just so good, dude. She's so good, and she's hot. She's so hot. Yeah, Debbie is my 1 or 2. I don't know if she's my 1. She might be my 2.
Okay.
But and then your 5th. Do you have a 5th off the top of your head?
I don't know if I know about... I don't think I know enough about Cecil to give him that spot.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm okay with giving it to Douglas.
Douglas.
His assistant.
That's very interesting. Why?
He's been through a lot.
So now what do you know about Douglas? Do you know
I
now
know that he keeps on fucking dying. And
okay, so you know what I was asking you last time.
Yeah, he keeps erasing his memory.
Right.
He keeps figuring out that he's a robot. And then Cecil's like, well, it's not me erasing your memory. And he was just like, it's been your decision every time.
Every single time.
And you know what he did again? Erase his memory.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point where he was just like, I shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
William's boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That whole scene, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I think that really brought out Douglas and how he was a character.
Yeah.
Again, like, Rex getting better.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if I know enough about him to give him... He's definitely top 10.
That's where I'm at with you. When I was in season 2, I was there.
Okay.
Season 3 is
he's getting better.
Yeah.
I think he had that turning point of getting shot in the head.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everything. Like, again, a phenomenal fight scene.
Right.
That happening. The girl I always forget that gets really small.
Oh, yeah.
Her getting eaten.
Shrinking Ray.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her getting eaten. And then the guy's like...
I am shocked that you haven't said someone.
Who?
Battle Beast.
Wait, is he the white fox?
Yeah, he's the white tiger.
Oh, wait, he was like really awesome.
I thought for sure that would be
I
in your
forgot
top
about
5.
him. I only saw him once.
Yeah.
So, again, like, badass character. Honestly, I'd put the other Viltrumite up there that fought Mark. I think she's a badass character.
Oh, yeah.
She's a badass character, and she looks like she keeps on coming back. And it keeps on coming badass. I
saw something the other day. I don't know if it was AI, but it looked like they were it was on TikTok. It looked like they were just looking at their comic book in their hand, and they were talking about a scene that happens between Nina and Mark. I don't know if it's AI, so I don't want to say it because even I haven't seen it in the show, and I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Yeah.
But I was like, if that happens, she's worse than Nolan. If that happens, if that's something that actually happens, she's worse than Nolan.
Because one of my favorite fight scenes is that scene of her throwing Mark to the ground and then just kicking him. That is such a good scene, and I fucking love it. But, like, all these characters are phenomenal. Duplicate, I just realized, is not fucking dead.
Yep.
She has a brother. Yep. I didn't even know that.
Multi-Paul. Yep.
Which I think I just ended. I think that's season 3 that I just started with Duplicate.
Maybe.
And she and her brother is like about to get arrested. I think is where I ended.
Yeah. Okay. I think that, and they're like fighting 2 twins.
Yeah.
I think that is the first season. First episode of season 3. I think so.
So yeah, like that all happened, but I think the fight scenes in this was pretty good.
Yeah.
But Again, I wasn't that big of a fan of the plot because it was so off.
It is messy. It's messy.
With season 1 going into season 2, it was like, okay, I get that Omni-Man's gone. I get that Mark has to become a better person, but it was still messy.
I think season 2 is the funniest season of Invincible.
It was really funny.
I think season 2 is the funniest season. I think season 1 and season 3 are the best plot.
Okay.
And then 4 is actually feeling a little messy. It is feeling a little messy. And season 3 is also a tiny bit messy, but it is still great. Okay. It is still great. It's just that you really notice the animation value go down in 3. And there's like scenes that like I saw from the comic panel and then I saw from season 3 and it disgusted me. Like, it was like, wow, there's such a difference. And it's like, and this is appalling that this is what we got. Mm-hmm. So, but it is still great. And I'll be very interested to hear what you have to say next week about Invincible. I already know our opening. for the next episode. Okay. Which I don't have to, I'm not going to tell you because that's a very big part of season 3, but I know what I'm going to say too in the opening.
Yes.
And we'll be here to talk about that next week.
One thing that I did hear you talk about is that they couldn't get rights to Spider-Man. Was that right?
So Spider-Man and Invincible have a lot of crossovers.
Okay.
In the comics, but I don't even know if they can't get the rights. Like, I don't know that, but we easily could get Spider-Man in this universe and like see that happen. Like, that's not unheard of. Or I mean, in Beyond the Spider-Verse, maybe we'll see Invincible. Like, we just see just a little team up, like
that'd
a quick thing.
So cool.
That'd be pretty sick.
But we saw like this person. They said that they had red eyes, and it kind of looked like Doc Ock. They were fighting when Invincible was going between universes.
Yeah.
And I think you said something about it, about like they couldn't get Spider-Man, but I don't know. And then
I don't remember saying that. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, him talking to Batman.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well, you're a man and you're a bat. You see how that's kind of like lazy as a name? Like, we don't see him because I don't think they have rights to it.
Right.
But I thought that was just phenomenal. And it's just like, you obviously know who it is, but
I think those are like, that's why I think season 2 is so funny.
It was
because that's what you get.
Yeah.
And I think that meant a lot to me, like seeing the jokes and seeing that, like, even though Mark and Debbie and everybody are going through all this hardship, they're still kind of experiencing that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we end this episode, I'm going to give you my top 3.
Okay.
Mark is my 1. Debbie, Eve, Cecil, and at this point, I really want to put Rex at my 5.
Okay.
I really want to put Rex in there.
Oh, one thing.
Okay.
Final thing.
Yeah.
I promise.
Doesn't have to be. I can talk about this all day.
There was one thing that I noticed at the end of this season.
Okay.
That I was very curious on what happened to this character.
Okay, what?
Robot.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Yep.
He's not there. We see Robot open the portal, takes off his mask, grown up, and Eve says, "Really, Rex?"
Yeah.
That's one thing that I noticed, and I'm just like, where the fuck is Rudy? So I'm really curious, because obviously I don't know. But I
need a prediction because I love this because I know.
I need
a prediction.
Okay.
I need a prediction. What do you think happens?
Oh, God. I think someone had to stay back, but I don't think he's dead. I think he had to stay back in order to...
You don't think Rudy's dead?
No.
Okay.
I think that he had to stay back in order to make sure the timeline was in order.
Right.
But I don't know, and I'm so curious because... I had to replay it like 3 times because I was like, why the fuck did she say Rex?
Right, it's weird.
It's in Robot. He's in Robot.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same person, but not.
Does it make you feel better that they do explain it?
Yes.
Yeah, they do explain it.
If they didn't, I was about to be like...
Yeah, because I remember feeling that way.
Did the Invincible that happened kill Rudy?
I don't know.
You do know. Don't lie to me.
I do know. I know exactly what happened.
But I was like, holy fuck. If they don't explain this, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, so I'm glad they explained it.
You think that Rudy is either stayed back or isn't dead, but that could be dead or something, and that Rex is in Robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it could also be that...
Do you know that when we were watching Stranger Things for the first time, and I hadn't seen it, and I was making ideas and guesses about who I thought Vecna was, and I was like giving you all these like crazy ideas, and you were like, "Oh, that's an interesting opinion," and then you were like, "Yeah, he's fucking wrong." Like, not saying you're wrong. This is how I'm feeling now.
Okay.
Because I'm having so much fun listening to these.
You know how fun it was for me doing Stranger Things.
Now I do. Yes.
But one other thing that I think it's kind of like a Donald situation.
Yeah.
Where Rex might only have his head. Maybe he got his head chopped off or something.
Okay.
Like Robot is helping him out, or I don't. God, I hope Rudy's not dead. If Rudy's dead, I might cry. Oh my God.
Okay.
But I feel like there's something going on where Rex needs the suit.
Okay.
He needs the suit to survive.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say.
You think that in some version, Rex needs the suit to survive, so he has the suit. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we do see multiple suits.
Yeah.
So.
Well, next Wednesday, we're going to find out.
It happens in season 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm so not ready. Oh, I might cry.
I cried in season 3.
Oh, no, he doesn't die. Don't say
I'm just
that.
telling you that. I'm not saying anything. I'm telling you I cried in season 3. I cried in season 3.
Oh my God, he dies. God, I have to mentally prepare for this. Oh my God.
So your theory is Rudy dies.
I really don't want it to be.
That's your thought. Like,
I think Rudy dies. Rex needs the costume, or not the costume, the suit for something.
Right.
I don't know what, but
Okay.
I think he needs it to survive.
Right. Okay. I like it. I like the idea. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So that actually is a lot of Invincible. I will be talking Daredevil next week. To kind of get a little jump ahead, if you've got time, maybe just watching the first episode.
I'll try.
If you can, obviously focus on Invincible. I'd rather let's talk about Invincible than talk about Daredevil just yet, even though Daredevil, episode 1, real good, real good. I want to say this real quick. I had a lot of people telling me that the first episode is slow, and that the first episode of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again is slow. Y'all are wrong. Like, this show is fire from start to finish for episode 1. I'm super excited.
You know, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, though.
Yeah.
It kind of seems under the radar, and not a lot of people are bringing it up.
I think it's just too early yet, because it just came out last week. I just think it's a little too early. I think
You
people...
think they advertised it right, though?
No, I don't think they advertised it right.
I don't think so either, because I've only seen like a handful of things.
I think the smartest thing they did was throwing Nelson and Murdoch on the bottom of Spider-Man's shoe in a poster. I think that was really clever. But no, I don't think they advertised it right. And I think they more focused on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I think by episode 3, if it's peak, which so far it's peak, we're going to get that. But guys, so we're actually doing a little bit of a shorter episode today. We've got another scene for you guys reviewing an older movie. And next week we're going to be on here. We're going to be doing Invincible. We'll also do something else we don't know yet. We're going to have something else in that episode.
Yep.
Because that episode will be all of us, or
Both of us.
both of us again. But guys, please enjoy this next segment of the episode. Hey everybody, this is a little extra episode, a little extra segment that we're getting with a guest. Basically, we went and we saw a re-release of a movie that came out 40 years ago, and you're probably never heard of it. So the movie name is Rad, and they did a re-release that was only one day. So this is a little review from me, and you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Rick Blessing. I'm actually Tom's dad.
Okay, yeah, so he is here to give a little review. So do you want to rate it out of 10?
Yeah, we can rate it out of 10.
Okay, so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then
Okay.
we're both going to say our score.
All right, we can do that.
1, 2, 3,
7.
7.5.
All right.
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Really? Are you serious?
I will tell you this. There is a noticeable difference between movies that are made today and movies that are made in the 80s. And the 80s are better. And the reason for that is because everything nowadays is color graded. So everything looks dull. It looks gray. The sky isn't blue. Like everything looks dull. and it's boring. Like, every Marvel movie is dull. Every single one of them. The Iron Man suits have never looked red.
So I completely thought that you were going to say completely the opposite.
No.
Like you were talking, like we got there, you're talking about the lines and the black that lines that were going down and what they were going to do. And I'm thinking to myself, he is going to hate this. Like the first thing that comes out of your mouth or the guy's mouth is like, well, it's called rad, right? But he's like, that's rad. And you looked at me like, whatever, what is going on? And then the greatest line ever had to be, you see a couple girls on the side and you're like, dude, did you have to have, clearly you didn't have to have any looks whatsoever to have a part in a movie. I'm thinking to myself, dude, this was like 1986.
Apparently women didn't get attractive till the 90s.
Well, you know what? Come on, man. There was like Lori Loughlin was in it. Like Full House?
I pulled that out. I said to you, I was like, oh, what is she in? And you were like, and you had no idea. And then I was like, oh my God, she's in Full House.
Yeah.
And I called that.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, it was a very fun movie. Like, every part of it, there were some clear, like, oh, they clearly only put this segment in so that he could do it at the end.
Oh, okay. So I assume you're referring to like the flip.
Yeah,
right.
That was only in there for the end.
No, I mean, hold on a second. I don't think that's fair because, like, I think she referenced in the movie that the reason she did it, right, was because it took her 6 months to learn that,
right,
and it took him a day,
right,
like an afternoon, referencing that he was a quick learner and he was better than what he thought he was. So yeah, did they do it at the end? Of course, that was it.
Right,
but
yeah.
I mean, there was a point to it. It's not like
sure,
it was
it's a MacGuffin. I mean, that's a normal thing in a movie.
Yeah,
it's a MacGuffin. It's something you put in there solely so that you can reference it at the end.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
I mean, I thought it was
that
good.
That happens in every movie.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, like, it happens in a ton of movies. I mean, Star Wars.
Oh.
Every Star Wars movie has one.
Yeah, so I mean, let's think about that. So Star Wars 1977, right?
Yeah, so that came out. What? So this came out in.
It came out in 86.
Yeah, 86. It was 40 years ago. Yeah. So you were a freshman in high school?
So 86, I was a freshman in high school,
okay.
Man. So I was just thinking about this. Like on the way home, I was thinking back to like my 15-year-old self, right? And like there was references in the movie where like, the guy was dancing kind of seductively, like those two guys.
I thought that was crazy.
So it's like, think about this, like, being my age now, it's like whatever. But thinking about it as like a 14, 15-year-old kid, especially back in the 80s.
Sure.
Like, we're not where we are today as far as the kids and so on and so forth. Like, I could see how that could be a little racy.
Oh,
maybe you got some 14, 15-year-old kids that are like, wow,
like, I mean, it's shocking that was used to be allowed in a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, especially being, I mean, let's not talk about, I don't know that we need to talk about this, but especially having the rating that it had.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you would think that having that kind of a racy type, and I don't know if you noticed this, but like a couple times, it was middle summer, right? So girls are wearing like bikinis and tank tops and, so I just think that, again, taking it back to 1996.
Yeah, 1986.
Right? And I'm like, yeah, it hits a little different today than it hit then. Yeah. But, it's still, I was like, I'm really glad you liked it. That shocked me.
Yeah, the color in it, I was stunned. Because you're sitting there and you're looking at the color.
Yeah.
And the color, it's like, oh, this blue is blue.
Yeah.
His red, when he was rad racing,
was
red. Like, everything stood out.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see today.
No,
now, like, everything is dull. Every color is dull. I mean, look at Wicked. Wicked should have been the most vibrant movie in the world. Everything in Wicked was dull.
Yeah, no,
every
I agree.
color,
I agree.
or it was a sun shot where the sun's taking over the whole screen.
Yeah.
No, every color was colorful. It was very vibrant, very bright.
I would agree. It popped more.
Much more.
Definitely popped more. But I mean, okay, take that away from like the popping of the colors
from
and
the
so on and so
cinematography,
right?
The actual movie itself, the plot.
Yeah, like the plot and like some of the things that like, I mean, obviously, the movie was about BMX,
Right.
and like the racing, and it goes into like sponsorships, and of course, you got the love, the friendship part of things, and then you got the love connection and stuff like that. I mean, think about like all of the stunts that they were doing with the bikes.
Oh, all of that was real.
Yeah,
Because it had to be, because it was the 80s.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's no AI doing that kind of stuff or whatever, computerized. I just think that it was like, I was happy with the fact that I get to go back and kind of relive that experience with you to see what you thought. You gave it a little bit higher than I did.
Yeah.
I thought about this on the way home. I'm like, what? Okay. Obviously I've seen, you guys do the 3, 2, 1. You guys throw a number out.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm thinking like, what's my number? Right. And I'm thinking, okay, my first thought was like an 8.
Okay.
I was going to say an 8. And then I started thinking about like, if you would have asked me my 15-year-old self, I would have been like, I thought it was probably 8, 8.3, something like that. My 54-year-old guy is like, okay, it's more like a 7.
Right.
But again, it's one of those movies that I think you can really look back and say, where was I then? It's the same thing I get every time I watch a Star Wars movie or a Star Trek movie. Or going back to some of the movies that I watched. I'm sure you did it in your lifetime, too.
Of course. I did it with Civil War.
Okay.
Or not Civil War, Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, you and Mom took me to. It was the first Marvel movie I ever saw in theaters.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
you guys took me to AMC in Newport.
Yeah.
And we went and we saw it because the girls were all out of town and I was bummed out. So you came up with the idea. You're like, let's go see this.
Yeah.
And
I never knew it would create what it's created. I mean, that first movie, I'm thinking, it'll be something fun, and I've created a monster, is what I've done.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a movie that like changed my life to now make this.
Yeah, very true.
And now I'm seeing, when I rewatch it now, it's a lot different than when I watched it then. But now talking about the like Rad and that movie, I thought the plot wasn't messy. I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It was very straightforward. It was a kid in high school.
Yeah.
That's the whole story. It's a kid in high school who's got college, but he's also got this other thing that he loves, and that's what he wants to focus on. That's the point.
Sure.
So, like, when you have a plot that sticks to the plot, the movie is strong, that, like, there were problems with it. The mom is a huge problem. The mom was a huge problem.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, like, so going back, the mom. Do you know who the mom was?
I do not know her.
Okay, you remember Rocky? Do you
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
that was Adrian. Rocky. That's his wife, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the girlfriend. So, like, it's hard. I mean, back then you might not have recognized. Like, I don't know when Rocky came out. I think it was the early '80s, maybe late '70s, early '80s.
It was the
so
80s.
She was she was a little bit older at that point.
Right.
I thought they didn't do enough with the mom.
As I'm saying, she's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is the mom was, like, I understand that parents, like, I'm not a parent, you are.
Yeah.
There's no way that mom, if she was a loving mother, would not have smiled that her son won.
Okay, but wait a second. Like at the end, like when she is in there and you could see the nerves on her face.
Yes, and she was nervous that he was going to get hurt, but then she didn't get excited when he won. We didn't see that from her. We saw the sister get super excited and the love interest.
The sister was like,
Yeah, I mean, she was
awesome. Like,
yeah, she was great the whole movie.
Yeah.
I felt the mom was just dull.
I felt like the mom could have done more. Like after she reprimanded him for like lying to her.
She could have smiled. That's it.
She could have looked at him and said, but you know what? I'm proud of you.
Right. That's all it was. That's all it needed.
Yeah.
And if that scene would have happened, then it would have actually tied an emotional aspect into the movie.
I would agree 100%.
Between a mother and a son, especially with the father being gone.
That's the point that I was thinking too. I'm like, you need to show that loving part because really the father's passed away.
Right. And they made that clear.
And they should have had some kind of a bond. And it was more, he was trying to bond with mom yet mom wasn't reciprocating.
Right. And the problem, my biggest thing is if she would have looked at her son and just said, "Your dad would have been so proud." It would have changed the whole movie. It would be an 8. It would have been an 8.
Yeah,
like
I
that
agree,
scene,
100%.
but it didn't tie those aspects in, which is why the movie's lower for me, because I felt that the mom was a huge problem.
Yeah.
I felt the mayor.
Well, wait a second. You said it was 8.
No, I said 7.5.
Okay, you did say 7.5.
7.5.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking 8.5, but you said 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, agreed.
I think the mayor and that like the 4 old men.
Okay.
Like they don't really go over their names.
Well, the 2 of them, the one was the owner of Mongoose, which was the bike company, right?
Yep.
And then the guy that had the mustache and the glass or whatever, I thought he was the lawyer.
Yep.
And then the old man was in the town.
Yeah,
and
he wasn't the mayor.
No, he was like more of an investor.
Right,
He was a business person, and he was investing in the success of the guy who
Brad, yeah.
Well, no, the
Crow.
other guy, the guy that was.
Oh, he invested in
Mongoose.
Okay.
And in order for Mongoose to be able to make all that money was if the number 1 guy, the blonde-haired guy, if he would have actually won the race, then they could go and plaster that he was the number 1, person on the face of the earth, and all the advertising, marketing would have gone. And then last but not least was the mayor. And I think that the guy that was the investor and the mayor the mayor wanted to get reelected.
Yep.
The guy that was the investor was going to help him get reelected by putting this in a city and making a big to-do out of it.
Yeah. So all 4 of them, minus the investor, bad actors. Like, they could not act. The head of Mongoose and the lawyer straight up looked directly into the camera. Like, he was looking directly at me, and I'm like, that's no go. Like, you just broke the 4th wall.
So you know who the Mongoose owner was, right?
No.
So have you ever seen Dirty Dancing?
Yes.
So the guy that was the owner of the resort, that was the guy that played the.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He doesn't act well in that.
I mean, he wasn't that good either on that. I agree, 100%.
Yeah, he can't act.
Okay.
Now I did like his presence.
Yeah.
And I thought that he gave a lot of verbal, or not verbal, facial structures that really were positive, but God, his line deliveries just weren't there.
Well, okay. I mean,
it was the 80s.
He was, but I understand. But I mean, Harrison Ford was in the 80s too, right? You had a lot of good actors in the 80s that could really deliver a line, could deliver a timing, so on and so forth. I mean, could they have done better? I think they were just trying to. He was kind of the thing back then. Maybe he's in multiple movies.
Okay.
He's kind of the older business type.
Yeah.
It's very surprising. Now, I mean, we could take this a different way. I don't know how you want to take this, but I don't know if you noticed he had kind of a lisp in his voice.
Yeah.
So it's some of the things that he was saying, it was, I thought that the comedic presence that they had with the old guy, like when he flipped him the bird, a couple different times when he went against him, when he realized that he really wasn't the man that he thought he was. He wasn't out for the kids.
Right.
He was out for the money. And he kind of, I think that was him, the investor, kind of looking in the mirror saying, I don't want to be this guy.
Yeah.
Right. And then he kind of turned and became the good guy at the end.
Yeah. I like that even though it was in the 80s, I like the intelligence we saw in the women. Because you didn't get that a lot in the 80s. Women were just kind of in movies just to be the ditzy, cute person. And in this, you've got the person, the main girl, the love interest, Catherine, who literally taught him how to do the tricks. And was telling him what to do in order to do them.
Yeah.
So clearly very intelligent there. And then you have the little sister who came up with the idea for how to raise enough money.
Yeah.
In order to do that. And then you've got the old woman in the town who is standing up for the son, For Crow,
You would have thought that would have been the mom,
well, first off, yes, it should have been the mother.
but it wasn't.
It
I mean,
wasn't.
I get it.
But it also, like, in that time, it most likely would have been a man because of that time period. But they make it a woman, which I thought was really powerful and moving for the time that it came out. Like, I thought that was really, really strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think the movement at that time in the mid 80s, you were getting at the very end of the timing of women being the household mother, being
Right.
at home. You were kind of in that new era of like now you were having both parents work. I remember when my mom went back to work, right? It was when I went into high school. So it was like right in 1986, where she went and actually became she was bringing in money just like dad was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so it was a two household. If you think about the timing, now obviously you don't know a lot about the time, but
Right.
in the 80s, there was a ton of I don't want to say as far as recession, but like interest rates, with Reagan were really, really high, and
Right.
it was that it turned that corner where it was no longer able to be handled with a single family income.
Right.
So yeah, I see where they brought that in there, and they kind of said that we want to make women more powerful and have great ideas, and of course, especially with the kid,
Yeah.
right, the little girl, being able to be strong enough that I can do anything as I grow up, and I'm not going to let obstacles stand in my way.
Right.
I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, and I
it just
thought that
kinda
was
said
really,
it.
really strong.
Yeah, and plus the love between her and her dad, or her and her brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you could clearly see that.
And she was like another thing that they kind of just threw in there, but like her kicking the bully's shins.
Yeah.
Like they kind of tie everything back in, and it's like every scene kind of meant something.
Yeah, like she kicked the shins of the little boy.
Right, and then she
yeah.
later kicked the shins of the lawyer.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and it was kind of clear that, like, now, granted, that scene was terrible of her kicking the shins of the lawyer. His acting, God, the guy just can't act.
I mean, I don't know how he got that job. I really
don't
don't.
either.
But I mean, he was probably. Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer. I don't know who the guy is. To be honest with you, so it doesn't matter.
But I thought the movie was actually really, really strong. And, like, I saw why you liked it. Like, when you told me you wanted to see it, I bought the tickets and we went and we saw it.
Yeah.
And, like, I thought it was great. Like, I actually really, really enjoyed it. And it was clearly that this was like, this isn't a movie that's going to change your life. This isn't a movie you're going to think about 100 years later. This is just like a movie that you saw, it was really fun. And it's like a good, fun family flick to go see.
No, I agree 100%. Now, let's talk about something different, because
Okay.
I think it's important to at least bring this up. Why are tickets for movies that are that they put out afterwards? Somebody's got to explain to me why those are more expensive than a standard ticket.
So another thing is you just have to think AMC also does have higher prices because they have more benefits at AMC. So AMC, a normal ticket is usually probably right around $15.
Okay.
Now, because it's a re-release, it should have been less. It's just that the problem is movie theaters aren't making any money nowadays because of streaming,
Okay.
which is a whole rabbit hole. But like, movie theaters have to charge prices, and I'm okay with paying for it because I love movie theaters. Like, I'm a person who would rather go to a movie theater than sit in my house, whereas a lot of people are like, I'd rather sit in my house. So when a movie theater has to charge, $12 to $15 just to be able to stay open.
So are you the exception or are you the rule?
What do you mean?
Okay. So, you're the type of person that would like to go to movies, and, you want to go to movies. Do you think that if you look at like all people, are you the exception or are you the rule? Are you the one are you like everybody else?
Yeah,
or are
yeah,
you
yeah.
exception to,
I think the more and more as we grow, I'm becoming the exception. I think. Because I think there's a lot of people that love movie theaters. These guys, the guys who are watching this, love going to see movies. The women as well that are watching this, they want to go to a movie theater and see a movie. But I think even some of them, or people in general, would also say that they don't. they are very comfortable going and not spending money to see a movie when they already are paying for Disney Plus and paying for Netflix and everything else. Whereas me, I don't pay for any of that. You do. So I go and I pay for AMC, and that's what I do. So it's easier for me to go and do that. You would probably never go and pay for something when it's going to be on streaming in 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is our last thing.
Yeah.
We could wrap it up by saying this. I think you kind of duped me, into this. I mean, like, I asked you to go see a movie with me. I thought it could be a little cool thing. I saw something when I was a kid. And then, you come in, like, you buy the tickets. And then, I'm thinking, well, this is nice. Tom, he's buying the tickets, and that's cool. And then we're going, we meet there. Both of us had a long day at work. We meet at the theater. We walk upstairs. We got into the elevator. And then you look at me and you're like, are you getting the snacks? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll grab something.
Yeah.
And, I'm thinking it'll be about the same. No, it wasn't. It wasn't anywhere near the same. And I kind of feel like you knew that. In fact, I don't kind of feel. I know you knew that. So, like, if I would have known, I would have been like, well, hey, I'll get the tickets.
Okay.
And you can get the snacks.
So,
but then you would have been cheap.
I'm going to dupe you right now.
Okay.
I'm going to dupe you right now.
I can't even. I don't. You probably got the tickets for free, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I told you I didn't.
Discount it?
No.
Okay, Mom paid for it?
No.
Did they come off my credit card is what I want to know. Can you please tell me that?
They did not. They came off my card.
Okay. Did you get reimbursed? I'll give you the money. I mean, seriously. No. Somehow I'm getting duped. I know that.
I'm going to ask you a question, okay? And I'm going to make this point, and then you're going to see that I didn't dupe you. Very easily. We walked up.
Yeah.
Right? I scanned my card to give you a discount.
Yeah. Well,
I did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it. Don't you get points for that?
I do.
Okay.
I do
Okay. Just to make sure I understand.
And then, what did I order?
You got an icy.
I got an icy, and that's it. I didn't say anything else.
Hold on a second. Wait a second.
I got an icy.
Whoa.
No.
You got to be kidding me. Hold on a second.
Hold on.
You said to me, and I quote, "What are you getting?" And I was like,
I said, "What are you getting?"
I'm gonna get. What did I say? Pretzels.
I know you just said popcorn and a drink.
A popcorn and a drink. Okay.
And I said, okay, cool. And I got an icy. That's all I wanted.
And then you looked at me, and I was like, you know what? Why don't we get something to split? Because you had told me you hadn't eaten all day.
I didn't tell you that until after we ordered.
And then I found out that you didn't eat all day, but you ate a chicken salad sandwich. You had some kind of muffin for breakfast. That's not eating all day, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So what did I do? I was like, okay, we'll give it. He's like, well, why don't you get two? I looked down at the thing. It was like $40.
Well, first off, I only ordered an icy, and that's all I would have gotten.
Oh,
I only wanted an icy, and then you went and you ordered 3 other things.
How was that food? Did you?
I had
eat it?
one pretzel bite.
You are so crazy, dude. You're like, let's switch. I opened up the box, like 3/4 of them are gone. Your one pretzel bite, would you put them all in your mouth at the same time? Are you kidding me? Like one pretzel bite. Come on.
I had one handful of pretzel bites. I had one handful.
Okay.
Right? I think I had maybe 2 or 3.
One handful. You even opened up the cheese. Like I was like, is there any cheese? I have to dig down to the bottom to get the cheese. But you only ate one of them. What were you using, a spoon? I mean, come on. Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm upset because you didn't give me the cheese back when you were done. For the popcorn?
Are you kidding me? You wanted that?
I did.
You wanted that? You didn't ask?
You didn't give it to me.
But you didn't ask me. I didn't give it to you.
But After I
ate my one pretzel bite, I would have given you the rest.
You had at least 10. You had at least 10.
Okay, so first of all, I understand AMC does a lot for its people. Yeah. They ain't giving you.
No, they gave you about 12.
30 of them.
They gave you about 12.
They gave me 12, and you ate 10 of them.
I ate 2.
Okay, so if you ate 10 of them, that gave me 2. 2 and
wrong.
2 and like a small little and the edge of the little thing where the cheese was. I had to go to the very edge in order to get.
All I wanted was an icy. That's all I got.
But that's not what you. But that's not what you ate.
Because you got other stuff.
So you didn't have to eat it.
I didn't have to. You said you want any.
Of course, I'm going to be nice. I am going to be nice. I mean,
I was nice. I bought your ticket.
I bought your $50 worth of food.
It started as 40.
We got 4 things.
It started as 40.
We got 4 things and it's $50. I mean, the only other time that I got this duped is when we went to see Superman and I bought
now, who was the problem there?
Travel.
Who was the problem
Hold
there?
on a second.
Who was the problem there?
And I bought a travel.
You bought that thing right up there.
No, I bought that thing right there.
Turn around. You bought that cup and you bought that box.
It was $240. I mean, come on. What, you are never going to do anything with that Daily Planet
wrong.
thing.
I already use it every day.
Use it to do what? To put popcorn in?
No. Would you like a sucker?
Oh, I would like a sucker, please. Thank you very much. Who bought those suckers? I mean,
I did.
Really, I like that. I'm a cherry guy, but I'll take grape.
Cherry.
No, it's okay.
Got a cherry.
No, it's good.
Right there.
All right.
See?
I appreciate
And I'll
that.
take the grape.
Okay, we'll work
See?
that.
Right
All
there. See, it's used every day when I want a
Okay,
sucker.
so I appreciate that. Do you use the cup? Do you use the $70 cup?
I do actually. If you
Okay.
go over there and open that cup, you will see already pre-made questions made for this podcast.
Really?
That Brayden and I use.
Okay.
It's used now. Have I moved that cup in about 3 months?
I think
Probably not. Probably not.
There might be a ring of dust around it, is what I'm trying to tell you.
It's okay. There's definitely a ring of dust.
But you know what? I am going to say, not only do I appreciate you, letting me be a part of the podcast, because obviously I get people every single day that ask, and now I could say that I actually got to join in. But second of all, I really appreciate you going to the movie.
Yeah, it was fun. I was glad you wanted to see a movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's totally cool, and
I mean, I take you to see as much everything that I think you'd be interested in. I take you to see. Like you and I went and we saw Superman together.
Yeah,
because you took me to see Man of Steel.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best movies that ever was. I mean, I think that's clear. Man of Steel, I know it's one of your favorites as well.
Don't ever say that to me.
Come on, I know.
Don't ever say
Guys,
that to me.
I think it's one of his
Don't
favorites.
ever say that shit to me. That's not even funny. I hope you're making yourself laugh.
No, because I am making
pissed.
myself laugh, to be honest with you. I am making myself laugh.
You took me to see that.
Yeah.
And we both walked out of that theater.
I might have fell asleep during the movie.
You might. It was awful.
Maybe not. I don't know that I can say.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And then I got to take you to see. I actually got to take you to go see Superman.
Yes.
2025.
Yeah.
And we both loved that.
Yes, we did. Yes,
and
we did.
I took you to see Avatar, which is your favorite franchise.
I mean, might have been the best of the 3 Avatars.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Fire and Ash.
We definitely agreed on that.
Yep.
100%. Walked out, and I'm not the kind of guy that actually rates movies
like
the way you guys do.
Yeah,
I don't analyze that stuff. It's more of a feeling of mine, like the way I feel. But since I've been doing some stuff with you, and I can honestly say I have been kind of analyzing things a little bit more. Probably, and clearly Fire and Ash. That was
Fire and Ash was Fire and Ash was one of those moments that you remember forever.
I think
it was a great moment.
Hands down. Are they going to make another one?
Oh, yeah, they already are. They're making 5. They have a 5-part series.
Okay.
So the next one is going to come out, I think, 2028.
Okay.
Is the next one or 27?
All right.
Probably 28. And then they have one in 2030 something.
Wow.
And there's a 5-part series.
Okay.
And those are going to be all the total. But they've got those coming. And every movie that comes out that I think is going to be important, we always see together, which is always fun for me. And I love going to the movies with you, and I think we have a good time.
Yeah, we do. And we should obviously give a shout out here. I mean, don't you think? Because we would have never known that Rad was going to be in the movie theaters, right? If we didn't get the phone call from
Scott.
My buddy Scott, so he reached out and said, "Hey, you know what? You guys should actually." He's the one that recommended.
Can we go on a little soapbox about Scott real quick?
Yeah, why not?
Listen, I love the guy.
Yeah.
But how do you can we talk about the text that he sent you? He said, "Hey, what are y'all doing Monday night?" Let me be clear.
Yeah.
I'm the movie guy.
Yeah.
So my dad came to me about this. He's like, "Scott's going on Monday."
No, he was going on Sunday.
Well, he said Monday in the text. He said.
Well, they corrected me about that. They said he said it on Saturday about going tomorrow, which would have been Sunday. but clearly it might have been.
This is an issue and not an issue.
This could be an ishme, not an issue, or whatever you want to say. Yes,
Okay.
I agree. He did say that he and John, his brother, is the one that actually corrected. But yes, I do agree. I still think he's wrong, and it's totally fine. I'll say that 9 times out of 10. I didn't go pull it up and do any fact checking here.
Right.
But I clearly could find.
But he saw it on Sunday. We saw it on Tuesday because that was the only other time they had.
Yeah, exactly. It was only out Sunday and Tuesday,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
But that's our little review for Rad.
Absolutely.
And a little introduction to my dad. And thanks for watching. See you guys.
See ya.